Let's make this big now. All right, hello everybody at home. This is a recording we're going to be doing of the lab so that you guys understand what you're going to be doing and how to follow along here. So essentially what's happening is we've got our little setup here. We're using different numbers of books to prop up a ramp, and then we are going to roll a softball. Here, hand me the softball. We're going to roll the softball down the ramp, and we're going to measure the time and the distance it's going to be traveling. We're going to use that information to calculate the speed of the ball. Okay? Now the distance your ball is going to be rolling, for these guys anyway, is going to be the length of the ramp plus this length across the floor. And so for you guys, the distance, remind me, was
1.41 meters.
Okay, so for these guys, there is a chart on the second page of the lab where you can write down the distance, okay, and it was 1.41 meters. That's going to be the same every single time for this group. For the number of books, you're going to just start out putting 1, but eventually we'll do 1, 2 books, 3 books, and then 4 books, okay? So I'm going to let these guys go ahead and take it away. Make sure you're being nice and loud and communicating your results and what you're doing with the camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the ball down the ramp, and we're gonna see how much time and speed it took.
So basically, we have the distance, then we're getting the time it takes, and then with that we can calculate the speed because we know distance over time equals speed.
Let me ask you something. So you got exactly 3 seconds? Like it said 3. Then you put 0.0.
Okay. 4.5 seconds for the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
So we have to record it 3 times for each. So we're gonna do it multiple times. So
yeah, write down
the first
number
one,
that's
4.5 seconds for 1 book.
Yes, yes.
Again, that's 4.5.
Yeah, don't round the times. Perfect. Yes, that's what we're looking for.
Maybe try it again.
Yeah, we have to do it 3 times each. Alright, so our second time.
How's it going over here? Okay, so eventually, yeah, what you're gonna have to do,
Ready, set,
and
go.
we're just gonna get all the times first, and then we can do the math.
4.25 seconds.
So everybody,
That's 4.25 seconds
let's
for
do this. So here's what I want you to do.
1 book still.
So ladies, I want you to focus first on getting all your times. Once you have all your times for each number of books, then you can go in and just do
And then our third and final time for 1 book. 3, 2, 1, go.
moment.
Oh, we're gonna reset that.
Yep. Total distance divided by that average time.
Shows up there. 4.12. 4.12.
Now, well, yeah, so eventually what you would do is you would do...
Alright, and the times, just repeat it again. For the first time was 4.5 seconds. The second time was 4.25 seconds, and the third time was 4.12 seconds.
But you can do that.
So now we're gonna add another book onto the bottom of our ramp, and then we're gonna test 3 times.
No, we have to do average time.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can do all the math later on your own. For right now, I want to make sure you're just getting all the times, because that's the part you have to do in class. Okay, how's it going? So,
Alright.
ladies, because we have limited
This is our
time
second
class
book.
today, I'm glad you're going through and doing the math. But I think there is a little problem. How did you get the average?
So for that one, it was 1.88 seconds. 1.88.
You're taking the average of 3 numbers. You're right. The first step is add them all up. But then what do you have to do?
You want to roll it now?
Why 3? You got
You can do the next 2.
your average.
Okay, wait, 1 second.
So I say erase
3,
that.
2, 1, go.
Those 2 answers.
Oh, I didn't start it.
And then you can go back
button
and do
change.
math later. But for right now, I just want to make sure you're getting the times
Ready,
for
set,
all
go.
4 books. And then you can do the math later on your own for homework.
Okay, that one was 1.85. Again, that's 1.85. And then our last roll for 2 books. Ready, set, go. 2.09. 2.09.
Alright, the times again. For the 2 books, the first time was 1.88 seconds. The second time was 1.85 seconds, and the third time was 2.09 seconds.
So now we're gonna add the third book, and then we're gonna see the 3 times for that.
One point three eight seconds.
Thermos just tripped. So 1.38 for 3 books. Okay, we're gonna do our second time.
Now remember when you're rolling, I say you kind of gave it a little flick. Yeah. You don't want to give it a push. You just want to let go. Have you been pushing it every single time?
Ready? 3, 2.
Okay, and that's what you want to do.
1.69 seconds.
So for the second time, for 3 books, 1.69. Okay. Ready? 3,
1.5 seconds. 1.57 seconds for the last time.
Okay, so again, the numbers for 3 books. 1.38, 1.69, and 1.57. Okay, so now we're going to add our 4th book. So now we're on the 4th book. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
1.47 seconds.
Yeah. So what happens to the time?
1.47.
Yeah. What did happen? You can break my timer.
1.59 seconds.
And it just get. Okay, you got it?
Okay, and then the last time for 4 books. Ready?
1.09 seconds.
1.09. Okay, in case you missed it, the 3 times for 4 books. 1.47, 1.59, and 1.09.
You guys can like treat them like your group.
Okay.
And work and do the, you can explain to them what you're doing. You don't have to necessarily have to give them all the answers.
Alright, in case you guys didn't know, we are on the second page with the chart. And if you didn't get already, the number of books just goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the distance always stays the same, so it's 1.41 meters. And then you just have the individual times next to it.
Oh, was there anyone else who needed more books?
And then right now we're doing the average time and the average speed. So. Right now we need to do average time.
So we just add it up and then divide by 3.
Wait,
So,
wait, 3.
there's 3.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So to get the average time, all you need to do is just add up all the total times and then divide by 3 because there's 3 times.
So 4, 5.
Oh, you know that there's a difference in the smoothness of the board, right?
For average time, they divide by 3. Let me add it again.
Yep, it made a difference. Really? 1.01.
What am I getting that
Yeah,
as
let
my
me see.
average time?
Hey, you're just different.
Yeah, that's what.
So that's 4.5 plus 4.25 plus 4.2. 4.29.
Okay. So the
I got a question for you guys.
So the average speed is 4.29
the average
seconds
time.
for one book.
Do you guys have the ability to like make drawings on your PDF document?
Yeah.
Me?
I can show
I
you
do
right
because
now.
I'm on an iPad, so I just use my stylus.
Okay, because so
I can show you my
I'll
computer.
share this with you guys. So eventually, what I'm gonna have everybody do, you notice that there is a graph here. Now these guys have the actual physical copy, so they can just draw in the points on the graph. So I just want to make sure you guys have the ability in your PDF to be able to like draw the points. I know you can do it with certain programs that allow you to make edits, and you can just go in with your stylus. You're gonna add the data points to the graph and then connect the dots on your graph.
Okay, and then we're gonna do the average time for 2 books. So
And did you explain how you were finding the average time?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, guys, we have about 5 minutes left, so let me know if you have
Just
any
do
questions.
equals. Do equals. Then divide by 2.
So the average time for 2 books is 1.94 seconds. 1.94 seconds.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Again, that's
Okay,
1.94 an average time.
All right, yeah. So
So
you
for
added
3
up
books?
the 3 individual times, right? And then you divide by 3, you got the average time. So now you take the distance, the ball rolled, right?
Okay, 5.
Divided by the average time that you got.
So we'll just round it.
No, wait.
So the average time for 3 books is 1.55 seconds. Again, the average time for 3 books is 1.55 seconds.
That's fine. Yeah, that's your result. It's a number.
Okay,
Don't
and
be afraid
for
of
4
numbers
books
that are decimal.
is
And the average time for 4 books is 1.38 seconds. Again, that's 1.38
So what
seconds.
did you notice happened?
Alright guys, so just the set the times again. For one book, the average time was 4.29 seconds. For 2 books, the average time was 1.94 seconds. For 3 books, it was 1.55 seconds, and for 4 books, it was 1.38 seconds. Okay, now we're gonna find the average speed.
So as we know, our speed formula is distance over time. So we're just gonna do it for all the books.
So add up all the distances, and then you divide by the time.
You can
No,
put
you
it
don't
back
add
in
up all
here.
the distances. You just
I meant add up all the times. Divide by the distance.
Yeah. So we got the average time. We have the distance because the distance is the same. You're just gonna.
You want your teacher's guide back?
Yeah, you can put. Let's say this. The teacher's guides. I keep those. Where?
Wait, so
Okay,
you do
I want
this,
this.
How are they in here?
Oh no, this too. Okay.
Okay, so
I didn't get them.
for one
Yeah,
book,
it's not
the
that big of a deal.
average
I
speed
think I just
is
have them- Actually, they
0.33
fit nicely
meters per
this way.
second.
So just
Again,
have
that's
straight across.
0.33 meters per second.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, balls can be returned here. The teacher edition, I'll take it. Thank you.
Didn't the softballs have a bin?
Now for 2
I
books,
just have them over here on the table.
for 2 books, the average speed is 0.73 meters per second.
Thank you.
Again, that's 0.73
Yeah, when
meters
you're
per
done, go
second.
ahead and return all your materials.
And you didn't even fix it.
It does seem slightly thicker.
I should have said that.
Where's this go?
For 3 books, the average speed is 0.91 meters per second. Again, that's 0.91 meters per second.
Yes, thank you.
And then for the fourth and final book, it is
It'll be 1.02 meters per second. Again, that's 1.02 meters per
You gonna
second.
throw away my ruler? We got 1 minute left, guys, so would appreciate it.
Alright, guys, and that is.
Spray off desks.
I want to thank
And
Mr.
wipe
Chevelle
them
wants you
down.
to do the rest of the thing for homework tonight. So yeah.
In case you missed those average speeds, I'm just going to say them real quick again. 0.33 meters per second for 1 book. For 2 books, 0.73 meters per second. For 3 books, 0.91 meters per second. And for 4, 1.02 meters per second. And the rest of the lab is homework. So,
We can do more than one thing.
If you.
Mr. Chavon, you finished.
Cool.
Do you want me to stop the recording?
I will take care of that. Thank you. You guys can help me just put this stuff away.
Yes, sir.
All right, so guys, just to let you know, if you have any questions about what you just watched, you can email me, and I'll be sure to help you out. So you're just going to use the information that they came up with to complete your labs, okay? So I will see you all tomorrow. We do have, by the way, guys, I need everybody listening, everyone listening. Completing the lab is homework for tonight. So that means you've done all your calculations and you've answered all the questions. You have to turn the whole thing into me. Making sure you're also completing the graph. Yes.
What are the parameters?
Parameters. Parameters. All right. I'll see you guys later. Quiz tomorrow. We have a quiz tomorrow. So many quizzes. Yeah, chapter 9 quiz. Cover sections 1 and 2. As soon as you have cleaned off your desk, then you are dismissed. Have a wonderful day.